So we're getting the stuff in. It looks like a patchwork quilt, because it is. But what we're going to do is we're going to prime it. We're going to prime it, right?
Kills.
We're going to paint it with Kilz. And then once we do that, we will be able to see all of the cracks everywhere that there looks like, you know, something needs a little work. And then we're going to caulk what needs a little work, and then we're going to paint it with white paint. And it's going to come out looking pretty good, I think. Now you have to compare it to how it was. You saw how it was, didn't you? They saw how it was, didn't they?
They should have.
They should have saw how it was.
They need to damn rewind.
Now remember when we came in here, it had a drop ceiling in it. And then we took the drop ceiling down and we found these beautiful tin ceilings above it that are in pretty rough shape. So we started putting it back in. It's getting there, Donnie.
Slowly but surely.
It's never going to be completely flat because the rafters are warped from all of the years that they were hanging there getting wet with nothing to support them in the middle. So, and another thing to think about, you know, we're trying to use 100-year-old tin and use brand new stuff, which isn't exactly the same. And the old stuff's stretched and, you know, there's a little bit of a art to it. And we're not really artists, so we're just making it as good as we can, but I think it's going to end up looking great. Donnie says we're going to leave that hole over there for an access panel, because we kind of need to be able to get up in the roof in case there's electrical stuff or something that needs to be done.
Electrical, if we got a roof leak and we need to check where the damn roof's leaking.
Yeah, so you don't want to just block off the roof permanently. So we're going to put a little frame around that, and then we'll make a board that goes in it that has a tin tile on it too, so it looks like it fits right in there. And we'll dress that up a little bit.
But we're not going to try to hide it. It's going to be right out in the open.
Yeah, you're going to see it. But we're getting there. Our buddy Lewis is kicking butt. Hey, everybody says it looks good, Lewis.
Oh, thank you.
You're mucho bueno.
Mucho bueno.
Sí.
Sí, maybe.
Like usual. You always mucho bueno.
Mucho bonito.
Mucho bonito.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna keep working it. Are you starting to be a believer yet? Huh? I think it's kind of cool we're using some of the old stuff. What do you think? It's getting there. Piece by piece by piece.
Cool.
What do you think, Donnie?
I think it's kind of cool that we ain't having to buy it all new.
Yeah, that's what Donnie thinks is kind of cool. Wow! Wow! What do you think, Lewis?
Yeah.
Yeah, man, yeah!
Hey.
Man, you bueno!
Mucho bueno.
Man, you sabe for the tin!
Hey. That's good.
So we're basically getting our last new piece up. What do you think, Donnie? Boy, Lewis is a working machine.
Been a long struggle, but we're going to get it.
Now they're gonna think we didn't do any of this, Donnie. Well, they saw us doing
They
some of it.
saw us patchworking it over.
We did a lot of it, people.
We did a lot of the patchwork, the little small tedious stuff.
Mm-hmm. Donnie's still working. He's putting it back in. Now, people, it looks like it doesn't match, but it's an optical illusion. Because we've taken some down and swapped them around and spun them around and stuff. So it has these lines on it that are very obvious because they don't have paint on them. Once we caulk it and paint it, it's gonna hide most of that. So Donnie's down to using a hammer and nails to very carefully tack them back in place. Trying to patch up all of our smaller pieces, and then we can put in the bigger pieces.
only got one nail holding it, so let's see if we can.
We're gonna try to line her up. Boy, that's a really satisfying thing when you actually see the old tin roof go up flat again. Where you find a spot where it's the reason that it's not flat is because the boarding came out, and you put a screw in it, whoop, 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 and you see the whole section just flatten out. Boy, that's pretty cool. What do you think, Donnie? You think it's pretty cool?
I think I need some thumbs up, people. Give me some thumbs up.
Lewis is the man, though. He's kicking butt. Boy, this side looks fantastic.
Probably because he did it and we didn't.
Yeah, boy, he knows how to get those lineas straight. Of course, like we said, we still got lots of trim stuff left to do, but we ordered that stuff and it hasn't came in yet. So we're going to do a separate video on all that. But
How you like how that piece turned out, Ron?
what piece?
That piece right there. That was where the chimney was.
Yeah, that's where the chimney was. So we stole that where it was going across the front door, where we had to put the beam in right in the middle of it. So we took that off, put it there. Everything looks rusty, and you know, got little lines everywhere, and it looks like, oh man, there's no way that's right. I think once it's painted, it's going to really come together.
We're not trying to make it look brand new.
Yeah, you want it to have a little character, people.
Yeah, it's 100 years old.
Now,
it's gonna look that way.
now let's talk, okay? Now, if we would have left the drop ceiling in here, do you think the drop ceiling would have been flat?
No.
There ain't no way in hell. Drop ceiling looks like crap, so that was not the way to go.
But we would have had to add in everywhere.
Yeah, you know, it just the hell with drop ceiling. Okay, so that wasn't really an option. And then we could have done drywall, but do we look like we know how to do drywall and get it flat?
We can't do drywall that well.
And it's not the tin necessarily, it's the beams.
Yeah, basically these beams was sagged, and so that's why these are here.
How much it was sagging 4 inches in the middle of the room, wasn't it?
A couple places is a little more, yeah. On average, about 4 inches.
So that when they built the building, they nailed the beams together, and they didn't actually have a wall holding them up. So the whole center of the building, including the roof up above,
Had scissored. Started coming apart.
Yeah, it probably wasn't going to collapse anytime soon, but it just made it where you got lots of rain problems, and you know, it looked like crap.
Well, another thing that hurt them, they took and put the air conditioner on the roof.
Yeah, they put a big old heavy air conditioner up there on the roof. Good job, Lewis.
Yeah.
Give him a hand, Donnie. I can't.
Bravo!
Hey, take a bow. Take a bow. Yay! Boy, it's mucho bueno. The other day, I asked Lewis if he was crazy. And he said no, he was just mucho feliz.
Very free.
No, I think feliz is happy. Mucho feliz. Like Feliz Navidad, Happy Christmas.
I think there's 3 or 4 different meanings for that word. It's like another one. You want? Well, we better not.
Yeah, don't say that. Don't do that.
And that gun is sometimes it's working, sometimes it's not. People.
Well, I think we've gotten pretty good. I think we've gotten pretty far on the ceiling, Donnie. I think it's going to really come together. Man, it looks a heck of a lot better. All right, Donnie, tell them what to do.
Push that thumbs up button. Come on, we'll wait on you.
Look at the
Push
mess.
the subscribe button too. thumbs up button, the subscribe button, both of them. We'll wait.
Still waiting. Nothing outwaits Donnie. He just keeps waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting.
Y'all know what to do. Subscribe to the channel if you hadn't already. Give us thumbs up for filming it, and we'll catch you on the next one.